They look ordinary, calm, polite, invisible even. The kind of cars you walk past without granting a single neuron of attention. Yet sleepers don't crave attention. They crave opportunity. They wait at lights like statues, pulse resting, turbos sleeping, superchargers whispering. Then the road opens and the mask rips. Fury, velocity, silence turning into shock. Six-figure badges in the next lane discover the worst kind of surprise. The quiet one is gone. This episode is a straight countdown of 5 everyday machines you can actually buy for under 30 grand that carry supercar DNA in secret. No wings, no neon, no cartoon. Just torque, grip, and engineering that makes money look irrelevant. Buckle up. Deep breath. We launch in 3, 2, 1. A real sleeper is misdirection on wheels. The handshake that hides brass knuckles. A well-pressed suit zipped over a thunderstorm. School-run practicality on the outside. Late-night runway on the inside. Each car on this list blends daily civility with tactical aggression. Engines with lineage. Drivetrains that bite. Chassis that translate bravery into control. And cabins that act like nothing happened. We'll move fast, but every spec gets translated into feeling. Numbers tell you what a car does. Metaphors tell you what it does to you. If you know, you know. If you don't, by the end, you will. Number 5. Mercedes-Benz E55 AMG W211 2003 2006. From 10 feet away, it's corporate. Chrome smile, beige patience, quiet idle, but pop the hood and you're staring at the hand-built M113K, 5.4 liters, an Eaton twin-screw supercharger, 469 horsepower, 516 lb FT. That torque curve stands up like a wall and dares physics to argue. 0 to 60 in about 4.3 stock. Pulley, cooling, intake, and a sensible tune push you into the threes, with quarter-mile slips that read like typos for a sedan, with heated seats. The E55 doesn't accelerate, it detonates. Boost whistles, tires tense. The cabin stays hushed like a boardroom, while outside the scenery gets vacuumed toward the windshield. Steering is weighty, confident. Brakes are honest, meaty. Seats are armchairs. This is chaos wrapped in cashmere. Deep dive. The 5-speed auto is old school, yes, but it's stout and understands torque, violence. Brembo's clamp with adult authority. Multi-link geometry keeps the big body composed mid-blast. Weight is real. Delay is not. The supercharger deletes hesitation so completely that your vocabulary shortens to one syllable. Whoa. Ownership vibe. Big sedan privilege with small patience for neglect. Keep intercooler pumps flowing. Mind SBC brake service history. Refresh mounts and fluids, and it will pay you back with disrespectful acceleration at will. Luxury on the surface. Lightning underneath. You aim it more than you steer it. The blowers whine, stitches gears together like a silver thread until the road becomes one continuous bright line. Executive sedan? Sure. Executive sledgehammer? Exactly. Faster than your brain can process it. It doesn't accelerate, it erupts. And you'll only understand if you've felt one press your spine flat in real life. Quick specs to feel. 469 HP, 516 lb FT Euro 60 were 4.3s, quarter-mile low 12 stock, lower with air and pulley. Real world, on-ramps feel short. Passing becomes a breath, not a plan. Sound profile, at idle, a low baritone thrum, under half throttle, a polished growl. At full chat, the supercharger sows a silver scream straight through the firewall. Heat is momentum here. The faster it goes, the lighter it feels, like mass gets traded for intent. Stage 1 pulley, heat exchanger, intake, and tires. That's the don't underestimate me pack. Stage 2 adds headers and ethanol blend. That's the why is the horizon closer pack. Number 4, BMW 550i F10 2011-2015. Tuxedo outside, trouble inside. The N63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 quietly makes 400 horsepower and 450 lb-ft, handed to a ZF 8-speed that snaps like a camera shutter. In comfort, it glides like silk. In sport, it rewrites your appointment book. 0-60 in about 4.5, but the sensation is stranger. Torque arrives like an elevator with no stop button. This is grown-up BMW. Planted, predictable, confident. The cabin is a noise-cancelled office until Boost wakes up and the outside world starts moving backward. Short overall gearing keeps the mid-range savage. Adaptive dampers iron out the drama. The steering is calmer than the E60 era, but razor-precise, scalpel energy, not sledgehammer tantrum. Ownership vibe, the adult path is heat management. Fresh coils and plugs, ventilation updates, PCV service, good oil, and the car transforms into a velvet hammer. Add downpipes, intercoolers, and a conservative tune, and you're playing tag with M badges before the bill arrives. Driving feel, throttle, lunge, silence. It's a diplomat with a black belt, a rocket wearing a Rolex, and you'll only understand if you felt that invisible punch of boost turn a merged lane into a magic trick. Quick specs to feel, 400 HP, 450 lb-ft, 0-60, 4.5s. Quarter-mile high 12s to low 13s. Real world, it devours distances and your to-do list in the same hour. Throttle mapping is surgeon precise. Toe pressure equals forward motion like a volume knob for distance. The ZF box learns you. Calmer on commutes, ruthless when you ask. Cooling and catted downpipes keep it civilized. An intercooler upgrade keeps it honest in summer. It's not a shouty car. It's a sealed letter stamped urgent. Number 3, Infiniti M56 Sport, 2011-2013. If Japan built a muscle car for executives, this is the business card. Under the hood sits the VK56VD, 5.6 liters, direct injection, variable valve wizardry, 420 horsepower, 417 lb-ft, rear drive, and a transmission that hits gears like it owes money. No turbos to spool, just displacement that throws its shoulders at the horizon. The M56 doesn't shout, it rumbles, a baritone that climbs into your chest and sets up a drumline behind your ribs. 0 to 60 around 4.6, but the mid-range tells the real story. Highway passes happen like you clipped into a slingshot. Inside, you get quilted leather, analog elegance, a dash clock that says breathe, and zero indication that this thing can bully Corvettes after 15 hours. Deep dive. Sport seats with real side bolstering, big rotors, quick steering, and balance that flatters ambition. It's heavier than it reads because the engine's enthusiasm erases mass the way a good hook erases doubt. Pedal, surge, smirk, repeat. Ownership vibe, watch timing chains, fluids, and bushings like a hawk. Keep the cooling honest, intake and exhaust wake the voice. An ethanol blend tune turns confident into criminal. It's anonymity with an alibi. Anonymous to the valet, weapon to the owner. Tap the throttle and it surges like a tide, ripping off its leash. A car that bows before it strikes. And you'll only understand if you felt one climb from 60 to 120, like gravity resigned. Quick specs to feel, 420 HP, 417 lb-ft, 0-60 mid-4s, quarter-mile low 13s stock. Real world overtakes a single-sentence events. Steering feel is old-school honest. Weight builds with cornering load. Feedback arrives as a continuous sentence. The front bites, the rear writes, and the middle negotiates. On-ramps are this car's favorite sport. Long sweepers become reasons to breathe slower. It's the art of subtle violence. Number 2, Subaru Legacy GT Spec B, 2006-2009. Looks like Dad's commute tool. Drives like a rally note. EJ255 turbo boxer up front, a 6-speed from the STI in the tunnel, symmetrical AWD that hooks in rain, sleet, and bad ideas. 250 horsepower stock, but Stage 2 unlocks the grin file. Torque comes on like a light switch and stays on like a dare. The Spec B is the handshake between responsibility and chaos. Leather and lumbar up top, Bilstein bite underneath. 0 to 60 in the 5 stock. But that's not the headline. The launch is. It leaves like a slingshot, nose settling while the rear digs trenches. The steering writes in pen. The chassis proofreads. Deep dive, aluminum front arms, stout hubs, gearing that keeps boost on a short leash, and a center diff that treats weather like background noise. Tires matter. Good rubber turns this from quick to comic. Upgrade pads and fluid, and you've got a mountain pass machete. Ownership vibe. Subaru ownership is a calendar, not a mood. Oil, coolant, banjo filters, breathers. Respect the ritual, and the car returns the favor with grip that laughs at forecasts. It's a family sedan that learned to drift at night school. Mid-range whistle turns into applause near red line, and the whole car feels conspiratorial, like it can't believe it's getting away with this. Grocery run? Sure. Mountain pass? Don't threaten it with a good time. You'll only understand if you've heard that turbo echo in a tunnel and felt your pulse. Answer back, quick specs to feel, 250 HP stock, easily 300 plus tuned. 0-60 mid-5 stock, just quicker with rubber and tune. Real world, weather becomes scenery, not drama. The pedals are a band. Clutch is drummer tight, shifter is lead guitar. Turbo is the vocalist who hits the high note at exactly the right bar. With snow tires, it becomes comic relief at 4-way stops. With summer tires and alignment, a back road eraser. It teaches momentum discipline better than most textbooks. Number 1. Volkswagen Golf R, MK6, MK7. Cardigan outside, combat boots underneath, the 2-liter TSI up front, 4-motion all-wheel drive, and a DSG dual clutch that shifts faster than you can form a sentence. MK7 cars make 292 horsepower stock. A simple Stage 1 tune moves you to the mid-350s and sub-4 0-60 with weather insurance. No drama, just launch. Grip, gone. The R is precision dressed as practicality. Seating position perfect, wheel just right, pedals where your feet already are. Turn in and it bites. Load it and it laughs. Floor it and it teleports. Corners become cravings. Straights become dares. It's a jet disguised as a backpack. Deep dive. Modern Holdex shuffles torque before your thoughts finish. Drive it with your right foot and the front end stays awake. Brakes deliver receipts. Add quality coilovers and sticky tires and the car graduates from quick to cartoon. Street, track, snow. Pick 2. It says yes to 3. Ownership vibe. Keep DSG and Holdex fluids fresh. Decarbon the top end on schedule, and it devours years like miles. The mod catalog is an encyclopedia. Restraint is optional. Daily driver Monday, point and shoot missile Friday night. Inside, it's clean and German. Outside, it's anonymous until you press the loud pedal and the map folds toward you. This is the kind of speed you can use daily because the competence is baked in. No histrionics, no tantrums, just surgical momentum. You'll only understand if you've felt the turbo light and the world change gears with you. Quick specs to feel, 292 HP stock, 350 plus, Stage 1, sub-4s, 0-60 tuned. Real world, you exit ramps with edits. Launch control feels binary, armed or airborne. The cabin exchanges drama for data. Everything is where go-fast hands expect. The kind of car that erases bad days by the second on a cloverleaf. Tune it once and you'll start making excuses to take the long way. Buyer notes, rapid fire value. All 5 live under 30 grand if you shop with patience and accept miles over myths. Market swings exist, timing matters. E55 AMG intercooler pump health, SBC brake history, mounts, gearbox service, budget cooling before pulley games. Tires are consumables, not furniture. 550i, heat management is everything. Coils, plugs, PCV service, software updates, watch injectors. Good oil equals good outcomes. M56, sport, timing, oil consumption, and transmission service. Do them on time, and the car pays you back in mid-range. Legacy GT Spec.B. Inspect turbo, uppipe, banjo filters, and cooling. Align it, tire it, then tune it. Reliability is a process, not a prayer. Golf R, Holdex and DSG fluids, carbon cleaning cycles, mounts and brakes that match power. Good pads beat good wishes. Why these are sleepers. Design whispers, drivetrains roar. They blend in on Monday, misbehave on Sunday, and confuse anything wearing a six-figure logo. They don't peacock, they pounce. Built for drivers who prefer the feeling to the photo. A sleeper's superpower is consent. It waits for you to ask, then answers with acceleration your neck has to sign for. If you know, you smile. If you don't, you learn quickly. Reflective close speed is easy to measure and hard to describe. The thing you're chasing isn't a number, it's a nerve. These 5 cars touch it. They turn errands into intervals, exits into opportunities, and late nights into letters you write to your future self that start with, remember this. They also teach restraint. You don't need wings to fly. You need grip. You don't need noise to feel. You need response. You don't need a badge to matter. You need engineering that translates intention into motion without excuses. Supercar pace doesn't need supercar theater, and value doesn't mean compromise when smart design does the heavy lifting. If one of these lives in your neighborhood, you probably dismissed it this morning. If one lives in your driveway, you already know. The best kind of fast is the kind nobody sees coming. So here's your sign to look twice at the quiet cars. Ask better questions. Test better roads. Drive with respect, but don't apologize for joy. Because the point isn't to impress, it's to feel alive while learning something real. If this opened your eyes, hit like, drop your sleeper story in the comments, and subscribe for more machines that look humble and hit heavy. Knowledge is horsepower, and around here, we tune both. Faster than your brain can process it. It doesn't accelerate, it erupts. And you'll only understand if you've lived a launch in real life. Remember, power is the headline, grip is the story, brakes are the editor, and your judgment is the publisher. Choose wisely, drive kindly, and keep the myth alive for the next person who thinks it's just a sedan. Surprise is a gift. Use it responsibly. Final CTA, tap subscribe, ring the bell, and tell us which quiet car humbled you. Share the setup, the tires, the tune, the road. Teach the next driver something real. Because around here, we chase 2 things: better knowledge and better launches.